In every culture, there are practices that exist for which those societies celebrate life cycle transitions, perpetuate community cohesion, or transmit traditional values to successive generations. Uganda has a legal framework for child protection, but many children are still abused. They are sexually, physically, and emotionally abused all the time, and in most cases with impunity. The violence and abuses takes place in all settings: homes, schools, the communities in which they live, on the road, and institutions where they socialize or pray. These abuses range from cultural practices and constructive community norms and values. These affect child survival because they infringe on their rights. The abuses have caused many children to drop out of school. Although others persist, their performance declines, while those who insist remain in psychological and mental torture.
Some children have been beaten seriously. Some of them ran away from home. They are in the street up to now.
In this research, we talked to 20 primary school teachers and 135 pupils from 4 primary schools in Wakiso and Kampala districts. The choice of sample was based on urban and rural setup. The children in the urban setup experience violence differently compared to those living in a rural setting.
He tells a child, dig and you get school fees.
And the mother starts working only one. For example, when she's a teacher, they don't pay in time.
Nkola ne jjajja wange nga ntunda amandazi kuba mulwadde asobole okufuna ssente okugenda mu ddwaliro.
People used to say that the men are the head of the family, and it was affecting the girls, whereby girls were not going to school and the girls were denied the right to go to school.
Bad peer groups like of girls can tell you that let us go to boys and get money.
Alcoholism, like when the parents, both of them drink, come back, fight, beat the children.
Cultural beliefs. Where I come from, Kapchora, some other clans believe that circumcising girls it is a part of getting also children.
The previous year, there is a child who was raped, that she was in from our school. The parents sent her to go and sell maize. She ended up, they got her when they've already raped her.
Your stepmothers tell you can't work. Stop sleeping.
Some demons can attack you, like here, for example, at school, we have some of our friends. You can, maybe when you're studying, then you find that he's just...
The teachers and school head teachers say that there are practices, cultural norms and violations which hinder them from attending school.
In the way that some teachers wear ash. You can abuse a child, telling a child what you know about their home.
Being a teacher, I should give the punishment, because if I don't give the punishment, this child will not know that what he or she has done, it is wrong.
There are some societies which still look at the girl child as somebody who should not go for education, and in most cases they remain at home.
Sometimes the children are left alone to manage the home.
Kampala schools begin on the first day, but in this school until the 3rd week when you realize the full number of all the children.
Videos, that is another major one. And the dancing halls.
These children emphasize that there is persistent sexual abuse.
Like the teachers, children, they start like bad touches by the teachers and pupils. You can see it, the girl can sit there when the teacher calls you, you come on my desk, I want to tell you something. He or she starts telling you bad things that can put you in a mood.
They are not only teachers, even boys. Yes, they touch your private parts, even the buttocks. When the boys start touching your private parts, sometimes you feel good.
Nevertheless, these children and teachers gave solutions to the problems they go through.
Menstruation period. To avoid this, to avoid this is by providing pads.
Parents should always provide children with basic needs.
There must be communication. If you communicate well to these pupils, they also respond in the appropriate way.
These abuses can be eradicated, although the communities in which they are committed might be hostile and not willing to cooperate.
Every child is entitled to enjoyment and full range of rights, including survival, development protection, and participation rights.
The legal system also needs to clearly empower the communities to set up courts that handle cases of child abuse and violence against children, and at the same time strengthen local leadership to eradicate such social mischief.